welcome back to Miss Molly Makes. It is 7:30 p.m, so that means it's Molly time. We are going to be cooking up some really delicious food. I'm very excited. We're going to be making our own whole wheat, wholemeal rough puff pastry, and we're going to top that with some tomatoes, some asparagus, some feta cheese. We're going to make like a really healthier version of a tart, and then we are going to go into, I just had this weird whiff of like a burning smell. I don't know. Hopefully nothing's burning down. And then at the end, we are going to do a pepper chicken. And then we're going to do it two ways. We're going to do it a healthier version for me with some salad, and then we're going to bulk it up with some more protein with some eggs, and make it into like a fried rice for Exceed, because he's a muscle builder man, whereas I'm trying to shed and kind of refine and eat some more greens. So that is my plan. Okay, so just get this bloody hair out of the way. I can't believe how much it's grown. Okay, so before we go into tonight, let's go back to last time. You know the drill. Okay, so we did three really fun recipes. We did lasagna rolls, which are on the screen. They weren't the most photogenic, but I promise you they were very delicious. We had spinach and ricotta and some cottage cheese in there, so a healthier alternative using the cottage cheese in addition to the ricotta, so just lowering the fat a little bit. We also rolled it in some lasagna sheets. So rather than having a layered lasagna, what we did is we got one sheet, we layered our filling and then rolled it up, and then we topped it with a type of marinara sauce, and it was very, very tasty. This on screen is our raw caramel slice bites. I will take some out of the freezer and show you what they look like. They are very, very tasty. Lower in sugar, nice amount of nuts in there, like good healthy fats, something to kind of tie you over, mid-afternoon, and kind of get you through that, lull of period where they call it 3:30itis. And then last but not least, on screen are our fruit roll-ups. We did a mango, but you can do whatever flavor, any type of fruit that you like. And it's just something that I wanted to make for so long. It was something that I grew up with. We used to call it fruit leather. My grandmother used to make it with fruit from her garden. We used to have apricot and plum. Mango was really different because I'd never really had mango before in a fruit roll-up, but it was very, very tasty. We started it off in the oven, and then after that, you needed to dehydrate really at the lowest temperature that your oven can go. So for me, it's about 60 degrees, it's about 140 Fahrenheit, and then in there for about 4 to 6 hours. The longer it goes in there, if it's like the thicker that it is, the longer you need to stay. So I took it out, I left it in the oven overnight, I turned the oven off, and in the morning I reheat it because I just have a fear of keeping my oven overnight over my stove. But it was really delicious. We got 5 subs, so that means that I ate 2 warheads. We got some new members in Mollytopia, which is always very exciting. We did some dancing, we got some follows as well. It was such a lovely stream, and we had so many. It says 0 hosts. We got like mega hosts. I don't know what's happened with that. I think it's because there was an issue. We're having issues at the moment with, previously with hosts not coming up, the alerts. But I think Exceed will tell me if it's all fixed now. He was talking to Streamlabs about it in chat yesterday. How you doing, Link? Exceed. Who else is in it? Donya. For that host. Gaming Orchard, how you doing? My second favorite Aussie. Second? What do you mean second? 3:30 a.m. Ooh, damn. How you doing, Novi? So, speaking of just a little reminder, Danielle, thank you for that host. Domination, thank you for that host as well. So, in chat, you will notice we have a little Stream Elements pop-up that says Hot Wings. It's about the challenge that is going to happen, not this Saturday, this following Saturday. And what we're going to be doing is, if anyone's seen it, it's the Hot Ones challenge inspired. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up like a little kind of question and answer while I eat the hot wings. And what I need to do is, Hot Ones is an amazing YouTube channel that Exceed and I love. And the way it is, they get celebrities in and Sean Evans interviews them. And what happens is they ask them questions, and to get them off their game, they have the really spicy, they work up from 1 to 10 in Scoville, like increasing with spiciness. And it just kind of throws them off their game, and they're more, you know, they're not prepared. It's just, they're dealing with the spiciness while trying to answer, and it's just hilarious. So we just thought, if you guys want to ask me any questions, if you want to keep them a surprise, we'll send them to Exceed. You can either DM Exceed, or you can send him a whisper here on chat or through Discord. Whatever way, I just don't want to know the questions and want to make it really spontaneous. So if there's any question, you know, about my really like personal life or like cooking or anything like that, you know, some like interesting questions, you know, kind of to, you guys will see it live, me reading them out, and it'll be a lot of fun, I think. So we're gonna prepare, the aim of the game is we're gonna prepare some kind of southern style barbecue on stream, as well as the wings, and then we're gonna baste them. We're gonna put them in like a row. We're gonna go into the kitchen. We're gonna set up like an interview section, and you guys have the ability to ask me questions. So what we're looking for is, it will remind you guys in chat throughout the stream that just, you know, send them to Exceed if you have anything you want to ask me, or you kind of throw me off my ball. Yeah, I just want it to be really fun and more interactive. If there's anything you guys want to know about me or the stream or whatever, it'll be a lot of fun. So that is the Hot Wing Challenge, 20th of January. So not this Saturday, the following Saturday. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Also new on the stream, we have here, our donation goal is going to be Uber Eats review and remake. So we're hoping to do this maybe like once a week. I'm going to get an Uber Eats order, get it delivered, and then sit down and, you know, eat it on stream, review it, and be like a little bit nitpicky. And then I have to come in the kitchen and recreate it. So, and do what I would do and how I do it better. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And we also have at the bottom as well, our sub goal. We're heading for 100 subs. And we're gonna do a puppy powered stream. I know it's a lot of talking to go ahead, but I'll remind you guys. We're gonna do a puppy themed stream, so dog treats, dog food. We're gonna play with the dogs, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, how's everybody doing? I feel like I've talked everyone's ear off, so let's get into cooking. All right, so let's go into, I need to go and get my food processor. What are we doing? Okay, so first we're gonna do a tart, but you can use a pre-prepared like wholemeal puff pastry if you wanted, but I'm gonna show you how to make like a rough, they call it a rough puff pastry, and we're gonna be doing that with some wholemeal flour. I've frozen some butter in the it's in the freezer. I've cubed it all up, and that's in the freezer right now. And then we've got some cold water, and yeah, we'll get that sorted in a minute. We have some asparagus. We're gonna top the tart with these really pretty cherry tomatoes. They're really crunchy. As soon as you like pop them in your mouth, they're with flavor. So nice and sweet. We have some Persian feta. This is my favorite. It's a little bit too spicy, so I've had to dilute it with a little bit of normal olive oil. But it's so good. So good. What is everyone been up to? What's been happening? You're a very talented artist, Novi. She is. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me go real quick and get my food processor, and we get the butter. Can everyone hear the music okay? We're having some issues. So we were, I was rewatching one of the streams because we have been, we podcasted our previous episode in the morning, the same time for, you know, the US audience, or it's about 5 a.m. our time. I think Exceed started it. And I rewatched it and you couldn't hear the music. So it is a little bit hard to kind of get it at the right level. So if you guys can just give me, you know, heads up if it sounds okay, if it's loud enough, or it should be louder. You did your first stream on Monday. Oh, Novi, that's so exciting. How was it? You're comfortable in front of the cam? What did you stream? Are you doing like creative? All right. So my food processor is broken a little bit. Look at this little thing. I don't know, it just got dropped once. I don't know, it dropped or it just cracked maybe when I was using it. And this little bit here came out. We had a co-host, we played Metal Gear Solid. Ooh, very cool. And, oh, did I say Novi? I don't know what happened. Went well, had a co-host, we played Metal Gear Solid. So Gaming Orchard, how often are you going to be streaming now? Ori, how you doing? Okie dokie. We've got some frozen butter. We're going to get some wholemeal flour. You could use spelt flour, whatever you've got. I need to get some more actually. Hey Google, add wholemeal flour to my shopping list.
Okay, I've added wholemeal flour to your shopping list.
Ori, how was your meeting? Tell us all about it. Oh, it went great. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I was thinking about you today. I'm so excited. They loved the food. We'll be live this Sunday time, but so far taking one stream at a time. This Sunday time. So like this time now on Sunday you'll be live? 3 a.m. for you? I wanna make sure that I'm following you so that I can come in and pop in. I would love that. Okay, so we're gonna do a rough puff pastry. Time to be determined. Okay. Yeah, TBD. I missed that one. So there's the hot wing challenge, guys. Have a read of that. It'll pop up throughout chat. We're just gonna do the hot wing challenge. You can ask me any questions. Just make sure you send them to Exceed. They loved it. It was so unprofessional the way those guys ate. They left me a check to put towards the food truck. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. What do you mean unprofessional the way they ate? They were just like messy? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. All right, so in here, we want to put 2 cups of flour. Sand Element, thank you for that host. And also, Zadamos, thank you for that follow. How you doing, guys? Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. How you doing, Sound Experiment? All right. They just never stopped eating. Really? Oh my gosh, they must have loved it. That I suppose that's a good thing. You can. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Sadamos, thank you so much for that host. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I have 2 cups of flour here. Hopefully I can get 2 cups. I'll just use plain flour if necessary. And I also have 1 cup of butter that's been frozen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 2/3 of this frozen butter in here. need that much. So two sticks of butter that's frozen. If you're in, you talk about butter in relation to sticks. If not, it is about 275 grams of butter or 1 cup. And I've just chopped it up into little bits. We better work fast so it doesn't get cold. All right. So that's 1 cup. One of them even unbuttoned their... What? Oh my God. It was like after Thanksgiving where everyone gets way too comfortable. Oh my God, that is a little bit unprofessional. I agree with that. Wow, it's like they've probably never eaten before. Wow, what did you say? I suppose like it's one of those things you've got to be polite because you want them to give you money and like you want to partner with them. But yeah, that's interesting. Were they polite about it? Alright. There we go. So that's 2 cups of butter. And we've got some frozen 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of butter. So we've put 2/3 of the cup of butter in there at the moment. Alright. We're gonna give you a quick mute and we're gonna do a quick Miss Molly mix. If you've got the mix emote, we'd love to see it in chat. Okay, so what I've done is pulsed 2/3 of the cup of the butter with the flour until it's made like small breadcrumbs, and then I've added the second, the last third of a cup, and then so they're bigger chunks, so you can still see the chunks of butter in here. So it's nice and frozen. We're gonna go ahead and we've got some cold water here. I might actually put some ice in it. So we want to go ahead and do 1 cup of cold water. Just shy. So you want to make sure that it's really cold for the purpose that when it warms up, the gluten starts to warm, and then your dough is going to go quite tough and hard. So by keeping it cold, it's going to make a nice lighter, fluffier pastry. Okay. Just going to put this ice cubes in here for a few minutes. Weather in Boston is 34 Fahrenheit, -2. Wow, that's cold. I wouldn't mind that weather though, compared to right now. It's a bit warm here. 34. It was 36 when we first, just before started streaming, so it's on its way down. But the humidity, 16, is still a bit gross. He just kind of did it. He was super nice and he was like, yeah, we're gonna give you a check before we leave. So they probably had already organized it and knew that they were going to give you the check before they came down. It was just all a formality, and they didn't even care for the formality. They just wanted to be all chummy and friends. All right. So we're going to put this further prep. All right. I'm gonna put the ice water in there. I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to mute it, but I'm not gonna put on the display, just so you can see what I'm gonna pulse it a few times, just so that it comes together, but we don't want to over process it so that it doesn't get tough, okay? There we go. Can you see it's nice and together, but there's still some light lumps of butter. That's what we want to make it nice and flaky, nice and good. I love seeing the emotes in chat. I love it. Okay. So we'll put these away, the toppings, real quick. And what we want to do is I'm going to get my silicone mat out. Silicone mat. And dump this here. I think so too, but I have full creative control as well as marketing. After they back me their investment plus a small percentage, they back out of the partnership and it's all mine. Wow. That's exciting. And where have they come from? Have they come, did they travel far to see you? That is so cool. I'm just gonna get some more flour. Move this guy out of the way. We're gonna get a New Orleans, so about 2 hours. Okay. And where did you find them? Were they online or you had just been... Did you go to them first to do a pitch before they came to you? So interesting. So cool. I'm so happy for you. But you deserve it. All your food looks amazing. And your cafe, I know, was going well, so... Alright. So what we want to do is see this beautiful dough. You can see the little specks of butter. She doesn't stream, but I tell her she needs to do a one in the truck, in the food truck. All right, we're gonna roll this out like this. See if you can scroll down on the recipe just a few. Yeah, that's fine. Can you guys see the little chunks of butter? That one's a bit big, but... So this can be used, this pastry recipe for a pie filling. We're gonna be using it to do some hand cut tarts, a rough kind of rustic look. But what you can do is make the pastry, put it in the freezer, and then whenever you're needing some type of puff pastry, you just get it out and defrost it. So I've rolled it out probably 1/2 centimeter thick. And then what we're gonna do is do this. Whoa. It's picking up a little bit, but that's okay. Whoa. Never put enough flour down. actually some mutual friends introduced us during a catering event I did in the Grand Isle Police and Harbour Workers. I will, in a couple of weeks, I just wanted to get the food truck tied down. Yes! I'm so excited for that, Ori. Even though you're in a total different time zone, I will stay up. I will make sure I see you. At least like once a week or something like that would be really cool. Okay. What am I doing? Like that. No sticking. I stay up here all the time. I know you do. How's your running been going? See, I told you I don't. Hooray for insomnia. All right, there we go. So what I've done is I've rolled it out and then I made it into a pinwheel. And then I've rotated it 90 degrees, rolled that out, and then flipped it into thirds. And then that's our pastry done. And then what I'll do is probably put this in the fridge or the freezer just for a little bit longer, just to let it kind of cool down. It is evil and I hope I break a leg so I never have to do it again. only a little bit kidding. I have been, new year, new kind of health, back to kind of, where we were 2 years ago. Exceed and I, we went on this massive health kick. I've been one of those people that have struggled with my weight the majority of my life, and, I got to a really good place about 2 years ago, and exercising and eating well, and then we moved, and life gets in the way, and you don't keep up those habits. And starting the stream, I was so excited to kind of impress people with my cooking ability and being able to create like some really nice food. And I wanted to make cakes all the time and decorate and make really fancy food, but a lot of that time that fancy food has a lot of sugar and a lot of fat and stuff like that. So now I'm just bringing it back in, and yes, I'm still going to do that, and I have big plans for the stream, but it's still going to fit into our life. And the way that we first created the stream was we were streaming me cooking our dinner, and now we're going to go back to that and eating healthy, but also it being a lifestyle and having a lot of fun with it still. And I just have made a plan of going back to the gym 4 days a week. And on Monday I thought I was going for one class, ended up being the wrong class. And what happened was I thought I was going in for like a dance class, like a cardio dance class. Turns out it was called Body Attack. So it was like a lot of jumping, a lot of star jumps, a lot of moving, which was really fun. But then it was like push-ups and things that I loved it. It was just really, really hard. But then I still had the love of it. Like I'd been doing body pump, which is like weights, and so I hadn't really got my cardio strength up there kind of thing. And now on Wednesday, I've made the plan to go Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that on the non-streaming days, and I can go during the morning on the weekends. And yesterday I went to an amazing class called Body Combat. It's a Les Mills class as well, and it involves like martial arts, Tai Chi, Taekwondo, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and things like that. Menopause working title. Molly makes me a sandwich. We're gonna make tarts, very similar to a sandwich. You can just lay them on top of each other. How you doing, Menopause? And it was really good. It was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely gonna go back. But I know what you mean by running. I'm not a runner. I saw someone running today and they look so graceful, and I'm like, maybe I can do that. And then I was like, not a graceful person, not a coordinated person. Like yesterday we had to do these like jumping kick things, and we had to do like step back and then like let knees up like this, and then get the other foot and up and then kick. And I was just all over the place. Then I would just laugh at myself mid, what do they call it? Like a routine. So that's the thing, you've got to laugh at yourself when you make mistakes. Don't get embarrassed. Don't get nervous. Everybody makes mistakes. So this is our pastry. How you doing, Pode? I enjoy asparagus, but the side effect isn't worth it for me. All right, so I'm gonna put some more flour down. So we've got our pastry. I'm just gonna wrap it in my silicone mat, and then we're gonna pop that into the fridge. Yoda, what is happening, my friend? Long time no see. I'm just wiping flour hands all over my leg. Now I have a white leg. Oh gosh. This is why I used to wear aprons. Look at this. Excellent, that's so good. Okay. Great one, thank you for that follow. How you doing? Great one, 360 to go. That's such a good name. 360 to go. Okay, so, well that is kind of, oh I forgot to put something in the freezer as well. So I just cut it in half and then I'll freeze this this section here. I've just cut it in, like put it into quarters. And what I'll do is I'll just freeze it, and then when I need it, I like, what am I saying? I rolled it up, I'll put it in the freezer, and another time I need another recipe or whatever, I can bring it up. Or reverse, remember that darling Japanese streamer we rated a while back? Yeah. Actually, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm creeping on your profile. I'm a traveling nurse. Oh my god. When you say traveling, you mean like volunteering, or what have you been doing? Where are you in the world right now? Sassy Dragon, how you doing? All right guys, we're gonna make some pepper chicken. And this recipe you can do in a few different ways. I'm going to turn it into a salad for myself, and then for Exceed, my partner, we are going to make it into like a stir fry. I'm the Gaming Orchard but separated from the channel. What? What do you mean? Oh, the great one, 3-6, the Gaming Orchard. So how come you have? Why do you have two accounts? What? Sunshine, happy, yum, yum. Hiya. I don't do nothing for free in the States. I don't do nothing for free. I don't do nothing. In Iowa. Oh, very cool. So you just travel around. Any specialty that you work in? I haven't updated it, but I start my new job on Monday actually. I'm doing nurse education, so it's very exciting, very scary role. And I am going to be educating new nurses in theatre, in the operating room department. His family is less than an hour away from me, and he sent me a little care package from... No way! Ori, that is so cool. Oh, that would be so cool to receive. Have to post photos and show us what you got. It's things that I might have to like check out for myself. Japan isn't too far away from here, but it's not as far away as from you. I'll post in Discord, sounds good. Orchard is the brand, is the main one in a sense. Okay, makes sense. Cool. You just confused me there. Okay, so we have some chicken here, and I have defrosted it, so that's why it looks a bit funny. I defrosted it a little bit too much. That's why it's kind of like white on the edges. This one here, but it's all good. It's all healthy. Exceed, if we can change recipe, please. Alrighty. So this is a really delicious basic recipe for the chicken. And then you can serve it with rice if you wanted to. You could just have it with by itself. It's got some chicken. You've got capsicum or red bell pepper, whatever you want to call it. Pepper, ginger, garlic, some soy sauce. We're going to be using some coconut sugar. If you didn't want to use coconut sugar, you could use honey if you like as well. So usually I would leave it like this in like bigger chunks. However, eatability scale according to Exceed is low because then the chunks are too big, and then you need like a fork or a knife to kind of cut it. So work lunches are strictly one utensil if possible. But strips are nice. Depending how we want to do. I would actually do this recipe as well with chicken thighs. I know chicken thighs can be unpopular with some people because of the more rich flavor and like higher fat content, but that connective tissue that's in the chicken thighs actually holds more moisture rather than a chicken breast is all meat. And it's going to dry out really fast. So if I'm cooking it here and then going to reheat it at work, it's going to be cooked a second time, and then the likelihood of it being overcooked when we eat it at work is going to be high. It's going to be a drier and less succulent piece. So I really like that's the reason I love to have chicken thigh. Oh my gosh, Ari, that looks so cool. So are they flavored Kit Kats? I know Japan is really, really in love with their multi-flavored Kit Kats. I had the green tea one, and I wasn't a fan of the green tea. Someone brought them to work a few weeks ago. And the other one was like a strawberry, maybe? Wasabi and strawberry. I don't know if it was that one. But I do like wasabi. Horseradish is good. It's fun to confuse. I just don't have my Molly emotes. Okay, so chicken. What else have we got? Chicken that is cut up there. We've got some red bell pepper or red capsicum. These are like meat. Look how perfect that looks. Oh my goodness, you don't often get one that looks like that. Look at this. Oh, they're both pretty cool. They usually come in and they're like all, you know, weird shaped. But that one more than anything. Look at that stalk. Oh, beautiful fruit. It's a fruit, right? Because it's got a seed. Is that how it works? Isn't that why tomato? The most photogenic peppers ever. I know. Would you vote 1 or 2? Which one's prettier? It's depending where I hold them to. No, I still think this one. That's like the prettiest one ever. It's just too perfect to cut. I'm gonna cut this one instead. You guys can just look at that prettiness. Oh, it's just gotta be held, doesn't it? We'll just do the whole stream like this. Okay, so this is 1 and this is 2. Gaming Orchard thinks 2, but Ori thinks this one's prettier. So 1 and 2. I think this one. We'll cut 2. They're just so pretty. It's not often that I stop and remark about how pretty a pepper is. See, it's weird that you guys call them. Oh, I know, it's more weird that we call them capsicum, I think. Because they're actually the only pepper that doesn't have capsicum in it. Capsicum, that's how you say it. The spicy. Yeah. Yay, I win. One was beautiful curve at the bottom that shines. The other one was a bit like curvier. Jay Fry, isn't it? We're just remarking about how pretty it looks. Like it's just the perfect shape. It could just be plastic, and it's all shiny, and it's, you know, the color is just so even. So welcome to the new viewers. So if those people weren't around when I was just remarking that we have a new, let me do it. Here. So we have a donation goal. Our idea is to do an Uber Eats review and then remake. So then we'll order Uber Eats from a nearby place here. We'll put a few ideas up and you guys can probably choose them. And then we'll get it in, we'll do a sit down and eat and kind of critique. And then we'll get in the kitchen and we'll recreate it how we do it in Molly's kitchen, Molly's Taste Buds way. And then we're also got our puppy powered stream as well. And that means we are going to do a whole stream around the dogs. So that means we're going to be making some homemade dog treats, some dog food. We can make cookies in the shape of dogs, I don't know. And then we're also going to play with them. We might take them outside or something. Because everyone's been like wanting to see Chester, especially Romy. Everyone loves Romy. But see Chester more often. Hey, I missed any streams since New Year's. You're just confusing me now with your 2 different names. We had, I think, 2 streams since the new year. If I'm not correct. Is that it, right, Exceed? It is the 11th today. So we streamed, oh no, we've had quite a few. We streamed all last week. So, Thursday? No, not Thursday. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. No, Tuesday. Now Thursday. Yeah, quite a few. Just thinking to myself. See, you confusing me again. I'm just a troublemaker. Yeah. Alright. So the reason I've wiped my knife, but I'm going to be using all of this capsicum, so I'm not worried about people coming in and freak out about why am I chopping on the same board or not the same board or whatever. But there's the only risk of cross-contamination if I'm gonna like cut this capsicum in half and then put it in the fridge because the bacteria from the chicken. However, the capsicum is going to be heated for a long time, so that bacteria is going to die along with the bacteria on the chicken. So you just need to make sure that you clean your chopping board thoroughly. And I actually have made a video. One of our beautiful viewers, Primus, was egging me on and telling me about ways to clean my chopping board and make it glisten and nice. See how it is so shiny at the moment. Not shiny, I wouldn't call it shiny.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.
My hair's so long. Mama, thank you so much for 2 months in a row. Boop, 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 boop. How you doing? How are you, Mama? So, Mama, I was thinking of you yesterday because I was going through photos of my personal Instagram of food that I have. And I was telling you that I made tatty scones and I layered them with some like bacon and poached egg and things like that. So I was thinking, I found the photo, so I was going to put it on Discord and tag you. Okay? If you're interested in seeing it. So as I was saying, Primus was telling me how to clean this chopping board. So I made a video on how to do it. Basically what I did is I got a lemon, cut it in half, and rubbed the lemon in here, sprinkled salt, some coarse salt, and rubbed it in with the lemon. And the lemon is being an antibacterial agent, while the salt is also helping with bacteria, but also the coarseness of the salt is eroding any like built-in bacteria or like dirt and debris from the wood. You'll clean it off, and then I put some oil and oiled it. And the first time I did is I put a little bit of oil and I rubbed it in, but it kind of didn't look as nice. Whereas here, I've just lathered it with oil and let it sit, and it's soaked in so nice, and it's just so beautiful. So good. Okay. So capsicum, my beautiful one. I can go away now. Tear. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I had a lovely day, very productive day today. Chester had a haircut, so Chester, myself and Romy, we got in the car, it was like taking our little boy to school. We took Chester to the hair groomer, Romeo got out as well, and then I went and got some cash out to pay the dog groomer, and I also got a coffee, and I took Romeo to the park and he ran around, and I sat just on my phone and watching him with a nice coffee at about like 9 a.m. It was so nice in the sun. And then what did we do? We went home because I was thinking I would stay at the park until Chester was ready. I didn't think that he would take so long, but we only stayed at the park for about 40 minutes. We got home, we were home for 10 minutes, and then she called. So then lucky it's only like literally around the corner. So we picked Chester up, and you guys have seen him on stream. He's fluffy, but damn, this dog was so fluffy. She has blow dried him, and there we go. J Fry, 500 bits. What are you doing, my friend? Science. Let me read your. What did you say? That's cool, Molly. I like that there is some chemistry involved in cutting board cleaning process. Yeah. So it is very, very cool, and something that I use all the time. It's cool to be given ideas, especially from the community members, of how to look after, the objects that you have in the kitchen, as well as, you guys giving me ideas and advice for things. So I really do appreciate it, and that's why, someone gave me the idea on stream, so I thought that I would take a video of it. It was really hard. had my phone like this, and I prepared it all, and I was holding my phone trying to be like uber cool. I tried to put it into my boom here and connect my camera, and it just looked terrible. Didn't mean to interrupt the fluffy dog story. No, we can go back to Chester, it's okay. So I was awkwardly like this, holding my phone and trying to like clean this chopping board, and then I had to get paper towel. And you know how hard paper towel is to rip off with one hand? I had to kind of like awkwardly put it under my arm here, rip a bit off, and then kind of awkwardly do this with one hand. But it was like, hopefully it's an educational video. We can cut and clip it and maybe mute the mic on it, but I thought it would be fun. Yeah, so it is a lot of fun. Yeah. I'm such a doofer. But we can go back to the Chester story. I'll see if he's around, but you have to be more prepared. I was prepared as much as I thought. So I had my lemon, I cut my lemon in half, I had my salt, and then the salt, I forgot to take the lid off and I forgot to get a spoon. So I should have been more prepared, Mama. So I had to like grab all the while holding the camera here, because you didn't want to have it like over and moving around. So I had to hold it out here, get a spoon, and then awkwardly flip the top of my salt container and then kind of put salt on there. It just was like, what are you doing, woman? And there's part of me that wanted to like pause the video, but I didn't know how. So I was just roll with it and then just kind of just pick it up a little bit further and then wipe it. I haven't had the balls to kind of watch the video and see if it's worth posting, but we'll see. I might show it to Exceed and he might show me how to clip it and just make it into the important bits. So yeah. Chester, so he is a fluffy dog. He's part poodle, but he come back from the dog groomer and she's taken half of his like nose off, like the fluff on, so he just looks like he's got this protruding nose and muzzle kind of thing, and he looks like a potato, like a really fluffy potato. It's quite hilarious. I'll see if I can find him. He doesn't look any fluffier. He was just so fluffy. And he's got it, look at his little necktie. He's a little lad. Can you see? Oh, you want to go back to sleep? Oh, he nearly got me. Oh, he's just so tired. So this is Chester, the new puppy. You got stuff in your hair already. You're so soft. He's got the hiccups. You got the hiccups. Oh. I think it's so sad to think to see the puppy. Oh. The puppy. To see the puppy going away? What do you mean? Like him growing up, or do you mean that he has to like go away from the street? Mama. What am I? The papa look, yeah, he's growing up. I was looking at photos of when we first got him, and he's taller than Romeo now. I need to kind of like give them a bath next to each other so you can see where they're, because Romeo's clipped at the moment and he's fluffy. He looks huge in comparison to Romeo, but I think he's going to be much taller than Rome, and he's just laid on the floor right near me. What do you call that dance you did, this one? Sharp, I don't know. It's just like an awkward, waiting for someone to answer my question in chat while I just jiggle around and don't know what I'm doing. doing while I'm cooking. So it's just like, yeah, space saver dance. How you doing, Shao? Okay, so we have here our chicken. We've got our capsicum. We want some ginger, the Molly shuffle. We've got some ginger. We also have some, these garlics are pretty shitty, so I'm gonna get some new ones. I like it. I'm gonna use it on the dance floor. You have all the people. Oh god, I just put my hand in some butter instead of the wrong container. So I have two containers here. And this is the problem with being a short ass, is that I have 2 containers and I can't see what's in them. So I thought that I was reaching for the garlic, but I put my fingers into the butter. Doom. So we'll get the salt and pepper out anyway. I'll wipe my fingers. Molly, don't toss them. You can grow your own garlic. Doesn't it take forever, Ori? Do I just put the whole... It's starting to grow already. So I just put them in my... Do they need much space? Because I've got some... a tomato plant that's like dying. So I think I might... A couple of weeks. Oh, good. I love lots of garlic. So just that. I've got 2 here. Just, oh, you got me excited. I love gardening. My gardening man came today. I have a new gardening man that does my lawns, because the other one was pretty shitty. And I was talking about, I had really patchy grass, so I was going to rake it all up and like kill it and then rake it up and then put that fake lawn, you know, the rolled out lawn. Oh, look at that. J Fry. I can't wait to see that clip. Yeah, I was gonna get that roll out lawn, but then my original gardener said you couldn't do it because it was too hot in summer here. Whereas the new gardener said I could. But what I did a few weeks ago is I went out, oh, Chess. Oh. He just needs a bed here. He would just sleep. The problem is sometimes I drop food or drop things and he likes to sit right in the corner here where I stand. And so sometimes I step back on him. You wanna go outside? Caught it. He didn't pee on stream that time. Saw the Mark Henry twomp. Good job. What's the Mark Henry twomp? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I put down some lawn seeds and I've been watering them 2 to 3 times a day, and they're all started to seed and they were about this high. It's still a little bit patchy, but the lawn is like filling up and it looks so pretty. I'm so proud of it. I like your accent. Thank you very much. I am an Aussie. People kind of think that I'm British for some reason. I've got it about 10 to 15 times asking me if I'm British, but I just have the strangest accent probably. I don't know. She has a lovely accent. Okay. So this is a really simple recipe. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Thank you. Oi, oi, oi. So this here is a microplane and I will use that to grate my ginger. Garlic. These are fresh garlic. Whoop. You're more British than 100% of Americans. That's probably the problem. Yes, probably, J Fry. So what do you guys think of the idea for the Uber Eats stream? We've got a little bit of maybe social eating in there, and then we'll critique some local restaurants, and then we'll try and recreate it as well. Molly, with your accent, you sound a tiny bit Kiwi. What? I'm I'm just a bit of amalgamation of everything. Everybody, you know, every country, it's just Molly. I don't know. Maybe I just like, sometimes I will go to say something like in an Australian accent and I'll know people won't understand me, or I'll be like butter. So I'll say butter instead. So I will put on a little bit of accent there. Sounds like a really good concept, the Uber thing. Thank you, Joe Fry. It was Exceed's idea actually, so you have to give Exceed the love. No, was it Exceed's idea? I don't know. Someone's idea, it wasn't mine. Need to get some sleep, have a great dream. Jay Fry, thank you for being here and thank you for those bits as well. And thank you for that clip. I'm excited to check it out. Much appreciated. I do love people making some moments and laughing when I laugh, or laughing at me. I'm from Boston and understand the accent perfectly. Good, that's good. Jay Fry, I hope you have a lovely sleep. It's lovely to have you in stream. Okay, so just peel the garlic. So I'm using 3 cloves of garlic, but as I say, my main motto of the stream is to alter the recipe to the way you guys like it. I have given you like a rough concept of a recipe, so subs receive all of the recipes that we make on the stream, and my main idea is that it's rough. And the thing with savory food, it's a little bit harder with baking, but with savory food, you're tasting all the time, and if you want more garlic, add more garlic. If you're not a garlic person, you know, maybe use 1 clove, maybe use none. It's not an issue, but I want you guys to make the food that is right for you. I don't want to say that this is 100% you have to follow it. It's just a guide, and we're going to teach you to feel more comfortable, build your confidence in the kitchen, and have a lot of fun with it, and try some new things as well. So that's the aim of the stream, okay? All right, guys, I got to get ready for my run. #Molly, I sent you the link for your growing garlic. Thank you, Ori, I appreciate that. And what I'll do is I'll do it on my Instagram story. Ori, guys, do you have Insta? And then we'll kind of keep an update. Maybe I'll post it on Discord as well. We'll update with growing the garlic. We need more Mollys and less Kardashians. Whoop! See, I'm trying to get rid of my booty and they're trying to grow it. So maybe the world needs less booty in the world. Okay. Hot wing questions inspired by hit YouTube series Hot Ones. Send your questions for me to Exceed for the Hot Wing Day. That is 20th of Jan. Just a reminder. 8 days remaining to get your questions in. If there's anything awkward or funny you want to ask me about my personal life or my streaming life, or anything you want to know, make sure you pass those questions on to Exceed, either through DM or DM on Twitch, or like private message or whisper. Also on Discord. We're going to have a lot of fun. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. We're going to get a little bit funny. We're going to put some crazy, and I'm going to be eating really shitty hot wings. And I'm going to die. So it's going to be fun. Have you tried Wingstop? I've never heard of it. What is Wingstop? Is it like a restaurant? Okay, so we've got chicken, capsicum, garlic. Ginger is in, garlic is in the garlic press, because we'll do that in a little bit. What we're going to do here is make our little bit of sauce. So we're going to put some soy sauce or light soy, whatever you like. So Wingstop is like a restaurant. I tried, what's that buffalo one? The buffalo wings. I've been there. I haven't. I feel like it's a US chain. Is that correct? Hey Molly, how you doing? How you doing, Rush? What's been happening? We are making some black pepper chicken right now. So we're just preparing, we've got our chopped chicken, our capsicum or red bell pepper. We've got some ginger we're gonna grate. We've got some garlic. We've got soy sauce in here. We're gonna put some coconut sugar or coconut palm sugar. is just a nice alternative rather than traditional sugar or brown sugar. You could also use honey as well. So I just want to add a tablespoon in here. There we go. And a little bit of white vinegar. Just give it some nice acidity. I'm good, thanks. Just got in from work. Ooh, how was your day today? There we go. And the main ingredient for this recipe, because it is black pepper chicken, we have some black pepper here, and we're going to grind about 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of pepper. But we're going to make our way over to the stove. Turn this bad boy on, nice and hot. We're going to put some olive oil in there, or you could use coconut oil, whatever you like. Sharp, what's your favorite wing at Wingstop? What do you like to eat there? So what you can do is put this chicken into the marinade and grate the ginger and the garlic in there and let it marinate for a few hours to overnight. With the vinegar though, I would probably omit the vinegar, or even just do like a portion of the vinegar, just because acidity is going to have a chemical reaction with the chicken. So people say like it cooks the chicken. So I would leave out the vinegar most likely and just put the soy, the sweetener, garlic and ginger, and let that marinate overnight. And that just makes a really intense flavor. It soaks into the meat and gives you, a lovely, juicier piece of meat as well. We don't really have time on stream. Well, we do. We can make time, but I just want to show you something, a nice recipe that you can make in instant, and also something, an alternative that you can do when you're having fun with friends and having people over. You just want something that you can whip together, or something where you get home from work and you just cannot be bothered cooking. You can have this frozen, make it, marinate it, put it in a Ziploc bag, freeze it, and then defrost it, put it in the freezer, put it in the fry pan, and then it's done. So very, very nice recipe for that. Okay, so we're gonna go over, I'm gonna leave the capsicum here, I think. How am I going to do this? Chicken, the other red meat. There we go. Just going to wash my fingers, wash my hands. Thought you would have had a tan, Molly. What do you mean, because of the sun? Oh, it's not. Sydney was above 45 degrees the other day, but I'm in Melbourne, so when they had that hot day, it was actually quite cool here in Melbourne. Are you saying I'm pale, Rush? Saying that I don't have a tan? I don't know how I feel about that. No, I'm just joking. Alright, so our garlic, just like that, and then flip it upside down, and then make sure you remove all of this garlic from inside, because that's still really, really good garlic. Usually I'll get like a knife, and just scrape that out. The more flavour, the better. Woo! Man out, man out. Man overboard. Okay, now we're going to get our microplane. I'm going to grate some of this ginger. Woo! Not that much. kill ya. Pale as the chicken. Oh man. Rush is bringing in the compliments tonight. Jeez, what did I do to deserve that? Ginger, yeah. All right, now we have our soy and our coconut sugar. I haven't put it all in, I'll just see if I need it. All right. Oh, yum. Okay, and now we need pepper. So I'm just grinding in here. However, if you had like a coffee grinder, you could just put the peppercorns in the grinder. Much faster way than doing this. Sugar, yeah. That's my accent. Ever do any cooking with Spam? It's a delicacy here. Menopause, I have been asked that actually. One of my friends is from the Philippines, and he was saying to me that one of his favorite foods is Spam, because as a kid, you know, it was a delicacy for them, and you know, they didn't have much money, and so when they did have a little bit of money, his mum would buy the Spam, and every time he eats it now, that's for him. He just has like memories of his childhood, it being like, you know, that's what I love about food. He said that it brings back all these memories of happiness as a child, and so that's, if he can, he gets his hand on Spam every now and then, just to kind of relive those memories. So I haven't actually eaten Spam. I hear some bad things about Spam, but what is your favorite way to eat the Spam, Menopause? All right, so we're gonna go in with our capsicum. So we've got our pepper. We've got 1.5 teaspoons of pepper. We've got some ginger. We've got 3 garlic cloves in there as well. Some soy sauce and some coconut sugar. We're just gonna put these guys in. And you can cook these as little or as much as you like. I know, me personally, I like to have the capsicum crunchy. I'm not a big fan of the soft capsicum or soft bell pepper. So just gonna let that simmer. I'm just gonna get some salad ingredients. Alright. So something really simple that you can just whip up. Only Spam I deal with is my comments. I love that, that's so good. Exhale, how you doing? Okay, so as I said, we're gonna make this recipe in 3 different ways. We're gonna leave it as it is. You can serve it with some rice. We're gonna make it into like a salad. We're going to use the peppered chicken to make as a protein for a quick salad for myself. And then I'm going to show you how to do a fried rice for Exceed, something that he loves. You can just add some extra protein with some eggs. You could add some frozen veggies like frozen peas as well. Will be really tasty. So, how you doing? Oh, exhale. Chef Molly. Maybe one day. How have you been, my friend? Look at this pepper chicken. Oh, it's so good. So we're going to take this off the heat. We'll bring this over here. We'll get, look at this. So this is 1 pot black pepper chicken. So we have in there some chicken breasts, 2 chicken breasts that have been cut up or sliced. We have some soy sauce, garlic and ginger. We have some red bell pepper or capsicum in there as well. Soy with some coconut sugar, a little bit of white vinegar in there as well. So good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can plate it. We can get all fancy up in here. So I would serve it, I want to use this rice for the fried rice. So, whoop. It'll look better with this bit of rice on the side. Do I have? Maybe I have some. Oh yeah! Go Marley, go Marley. Bought some pre-made. You're just as much as a chef as Rachel Ray, and I like you a lot more than Rachel Ray. Oh, gosh, that's such a compliment. Thank you, Gaming Orchard. I bought some of those packs of like rice cups, so you can just pop them in the microwave. I'm terrible at cooking rice, and it takes a long time, and I hate it. And it's majority of the time it's like gluggy. So now I just have these. They're 100% rice. Sometimes you get rice and quinoa or whatever. So I just chuck them in there, and I can use that. Great idea. Alright. Let's get these salad ingredients going. What do I have in my fridge? I'm just using like leftover things that I have in the fridge to make a really nice salad. Something you can whip together if you're being like, want something light. Hello, good woman. And then also the fried rice is really tasty. Rib squeak toy. Yes. Oh, Rush, you did ask how are the dogs. The dogs are really good. Chester had his first dog grooming today, his dog clip. And he's very fluffy. If I can say one thing, he's very fluffy. He looks like one of those walking potatoes. I'll see if he comes around. Jessie! Hello! Everybody wants to see you again. Ready? We'll go here. Can you guys see him? His little bow tie, or his necktie. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Whoop. I nearly dropped ya. I nearly dropped ya. You're so heavy now. You're a big boy. He's fallen asleep before now. He can smell the food. He's hungry. Jay Fry took a screenshot or a clip because he was falling asleep in my arms a minute ago, but now he's all smells the food. Hey, hey. So our next sub goal is down the bottom here. We are going to be doing a whole puppy stream. Oh, you want some food? We're going to do a whole puppy stream. We're going to be making some puppy food, some puppy treats, dog treats, and we're going to do like a whole session. We'll just sit down and play with him, and you guys can check him out. Everyone wants to see more of the dogs, so we thought it'd be a bit of fun. We can do some IRL with the dogs, and also cook some food, some cool food. Maybe food for us and food for the dogs. We'll see. Hello. He's very cute. You can see him walking around. Papa Stuffers. Is Melbourne the expensive part of Australia? Sydney is the leading, kind of the leading state or leading city in terms of real estate and expense. Perth, Western Australia, where I'm originally from. We moved from there about 9 months ago now. And that, because there was a massive mining boom, WA, Western Australia is the largest state and it has a lot of the natural resources. So a lot of the mining is done there. And due to the mining taxes and things like that, the cost of living is more expensive, as well as the real estate as well, because people were doing a lot of fly in, fly out. They were bringing their families over to live in WA, and then the husbands and the wives were flying to the mine sites, and they would do like a roster, like 2 and 1, or 4 and 2 or whatever, 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Then they'd fly back, 2 weeks off, and then they'd fly out through. So it's a lot of like really good money. The wages in total are more, I think, across the board in Western Australia, because the cost of living is higher. So Melbourne in comparison is cheaper, but it's all relative. So cost of living is cheaper, but the salaries is lower as well. A good question. Good question. Okay, so I had the rice. So this is one of those brown rice cups. And what I'm going to do, instead of putting it in that, I'm going to put it into a... You see Chester? What are you doing? Chess. Oh. What are you doing over there? Scully, how you doing? I'm known for the hard-hitting questions. Well, you'll be perfect. Can you see this? They're playing together. That's Romeo. And Chester likes to bite his ears. Romeo has like fluffy, long ears. And they're like quite long. So Chester's like, Romeo will be walking past Chester. Chester will grab his ear and pull it. Or, like in tug of war, like toys. Chester does that with Romeo's ears. Are you left-handed or right-handed? I am right-handed. So talking about questions, in chat it'll pop up. We are going to be doing a hot wing challenge. And if anyone has seen the TV show or the YouTube channel called Hot Ones, they have a show, like a interview with all of these amazing celebrities, and really to throw them off their game. What they do is start from 1 to 10 and go up the Scoville scale, and they eat hot wings, and it's just amazing. These people go from really, a lot of the females, they're like really well dressed, and they're really like know what they're coming in to say. They're, really formal, and then by the end of it, they're like dying, they're sweating, their nose is running, and it's just amazing to watch. We watch it every week. Hot Ones, I nearly watch all of them. Yeah, Scully. So we're gonna do something very similar because we hit our sub goal on New Year's Eve. We are looking for questions from you guys. If you want to private message them to Exceed, questions for me, anything you think you want to know about me or the stream or anything like that, just random questions. We're going to pick a few and we're going to do them live on stream. We're going to make the wings live. We're going to baste them with all different hot sauces. We're going to sit down and we're going to do like a question and answer talk show. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be the 20th of January, not this Saturday, next Saturday. I've got to take off. 4 a.m. here. Have fun with your chicken. Mino, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your questions. We'd love to see you next time. Thank you for popping in. Oh, thank you, Gaming Orchard. Yes, it is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Okay, so I've got some of this brown rice, and this one's cooked. This one's hot, so it's easier to push in here rather than that one. It's nice and cold. We'll use that for the fried rice. So you just want to push it in there like that. And then... Mina Boss, thank you for that follow. Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. Hope you have a lovely sleep. Go on sleep, my friend. 4 a.m. That's crazy. We'll see you next time. Okay. So that would be, we'll clean up the plate a little bit in a minute. I'm at work at a patient's house. Got some paperwork to finish. Oh, lovely. Well, hopefully you get some sleep soon then. Damn. It's 5 a.m. here, you lack commitment. Oh, I love that. Oh, you make me laugh. I totally appreciate you guys staying up and, you know, I like the fact that I know that, you know, that makes me think that I'm entertaining you guys. You're having fun, having some laughs with Molly. Okay, and then you can put greenery on it, like a bit of herbs. Greenery makes everything look better. You know, a bit of basil, for instance. It's the only herb that I have in reach of me that's fresh. Like that. And then what you can do is just get some of this extra soy sauce. Like that. Ooh, what's going on here? There we go. And then kind of dribble that. Could reduce this and to make it like a glaze, but it's okay. There we go. So that's our pepper chicken one way. We're going to do salad. So what I've got is some Stevie. How you doing? Stopping by to say have a great day, Molly. Thank you so much, Stevie. I'm wishing you well, my friend. It is nearly 9 p.m. 2 minutes to 9, but I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day as well. Between you and Nagorix, I like the Crash Round. Thank you, Gaming Orchard. It's very kind. We do pride ourselves on having some amazing streamers. I was very lucky to be asked to join the Crash Fam. I may be lurking, but my children keep me up during all hours of the night. Oh, how many kids do you have, Stevie? If you don't mind me asking. So we've got our rice there. We're gonna do a salad real quick. So I've got spinach. I'm gonna use cucumber. This is cucumber that I grew in my garden. I harvested it yesterday. So it's so cool. I'm so excited. It's nice and like crisp. And it's even better. It tastes even better because I know I grew it myself. It's got no chemicals. It's homegrown. 3 children and a newborn as of December 28th. Oh my gosh, I remember, Stevie. How was the newborn sleeping? That's so exciting. So this is your 3rd or 4th? Well, 3 children, I suppose. So you've got 4 kids altogether, right? Cucumber is amazing because it's such high in water content that you can eat it by itself. I remember when I was traveling through the US and I was eating a lot of fried food and we would stop. I was on one of those bus tours and we would stop at like a Walmart or whatever, and people would get chips for the bus ride. They would get like fried food, and I would go there and I would buy carrot and I'd buy cucumber and I'd sit there and I'd eat that throughout the day just because I just wanted something to kind of detox my body. It's really good when you can just a nice flavor. We chop it up and put it in some like cold water, and it kind of just seeps, and it's really nice, refreshing flavor. Really good for detox with some lemon as well. Really good in a gin and tonic. She can eat, sleep, and poop like no other. Damn. They make them kids strong, don't they? Well, as long as she's healthy, that's all that matters. Okay, so spinach, cucumber. This is a nectarine. So just a nice stone fruit. Mad Flash Phantom, welcome to Miss Molly Makes. Thanks for that follow. How you doing, Mad Flash? That's a very cool name. Reminds me of The Flash. Has anyone seen the new Justice League movie? The Flash. What was I saying? Nectarine is nice, add a little bit of sweetness. Love the Kramer gift. No, you can't steal it. It took me so long to find a GIF that was good. No, you can steal it. It's all good. I'm trying to find some new GIFs for the host. This dance is really hard to do. The Jamiroquai, what's that movie called? It's a movie that I actually haven't even watched, so I feel like a fraud. Napoleon Dynamite. I feel like people are gonna be like, oh my god, you've never watched Napoleon Dynamite? You just never interested me. But that being said, I was never interested in The Office, and I swore to exceed that I'd never watch it after watching one episode. And now I'm 6 seasons deep into The Office, and it just took me 2 years to, actually rewatch again, and now I love it. So maybe I have to watch Napoleon Dynamite. Maybe. So, nice bit of colour and freshness with the nectarine. We've got some lemon and also some red onion. Whoop. Use the dance from Fresh Prince, not the Carlton, the one where they move the hips. What is that one? So we do. I think it's donation. The donation goal is the Carlton dance, but that's really hard to do as well. But you gotta move the hips and then move the arms the other way. It's very hard. I'm uncoordinated. The only one I can barely do is the Gangnam Style one, because it's just like super easy. The new Justice League, The Flash was quite humorous. Yeah, I think that as well. He had a pretty cool suit. But the storyline of him getting the suit, or him being poor and things like that and not having a job and being able to afford this massive, expensive, like flame retardant, speed resistant suit isn't understandable, but I like the movie. I did. Alright, so just some red onion. I'm just using the world's smallest knife, just because I'm a bit lazy. So, Gaming Orchard, can you send me the dance? Thank you. I was about to say, can you send me this dance that you speak of? Alright. Red onion. We've got some lemon juice. So I would just put them like that on the side. What we do. Korean dishes have us hooked right now. Oh, I love Korean. I make.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know.
Oh, Patrick, thank you for that host. How you doing? Guys, if you... Oh, jump on it. Jump on it. I love that. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we'll find that. I love that. That's a great one. I love that. Thank you. You can have Kramer now that you've given me that idea. Deal. We must be kindred souls. I can read your mind across the world. Must be. That's why I love having you here. So good. Okay, so as I said, this could be just a salad by itself, but we're gonna add some of this really delicious pepper chicken. And then this delicious sauce full of ginger and garlic, beautiful dressing. As I said, I'm just trying to focus on getting healthier and getting back to where I used to be. And so I'm gonna have the salad. We've got the way that the recipe calls for it, and now we're gonna make some fried rice. That doesn't even sound good. Fried rice. We're gonna make fried rice. It's really funny. Shouldn't do it. By the way, get your mum back on the stream. It's a lovely combination. She lives on the other side of the country, but I have the idea. I really want to get my brother to come over. So somehow we can organize like his flight, maybe pay for his flight, get him to come and stay with us for a few days and stream. He is a trained chef and he's amazing. He's been on the stream when we first started. So we started streaming in end of April. I went home mid-May and we kind of did 2 or 3 streams with them, with him in his kitchen, and he's amazing. He's so good with his teaching, his skills, and I love to get him over here. But also he wants to start streaming. He wants to play games first and then get into cooking. So I think if we can kind of introduce him to you guys, then he can, you know, share our community. You'll be part of our community, and also you guys can watch him and me. You know? All right, let's go over here. We're going to pop this back on the heat. Like I said, we're gonna make a really quick fried rice. So that means cooking some brown rice or white rice, whatever you like. This is brown rice, and this is one of those ones that you just reheat. This one here is, but the rest of it, I just made a big batch of rice, and you just keep it in a airtight container in your fridge, and it lasts a few days. So then you can use it for, you know, bulking up meals, adding a little bit more carbohydrates, but like a better version of carbohydrates than something like a white rice. If you're going to use white rice, the best rice is to use a basmati rice. It's lower in GI. I like the brown rice, but this recipe is mainly for Exceed. So we've got our pepper chicken, our rice. What we're going to do, push this to one side. I'm going to crack an egg, or if I can, got my eggs out already. I enjoy being here. That's good. But yes, I think Mama Molly needs to come back on stream. I got some really lovely reviews, so I'll tell her that she's welcome to come on whenever. My middle brother Cody and his fiance Kelly were both on stream. Kelly is Colombian, so we made some Colombian food with her. That was in October, and then Mama Molly came on, so it's been a lot of fun. So I've just cracked 2 eggs, and what I've just done is just swirled them around. What we're going to do is use a spatula just to create like some scrambled eggs, like this. You can make this in another pan, but it's just easier doing it in one pot. Because I like doing it like this, segregating it so that it makes big chunks of scrambled egg. And that means when you fold it through, the egg doesn't get lost. Take that chicken out. And then what I'm going to do is use a little bit of frozen peas. peas up. Oh man. Stir that all together, incorporate it nicely. Turn my oven on so we can get our tart started. I just realized I was meant to put my pie pastry in the fridge and I put it in the freezer accidentally. So you just want to, you can turn the heat off and the residual heat will just warm up those peas really nicely. So nice flavors of garlic and ginger. I'll use this leftover soy sauce. So you've got soy, garlic, ginger, pepper in there, some egg, peas, capsicum. So a lot of protein because you've got the chicken as well as the egg. Look at that. Get your brother to join and make some amazing dishes. Love the music, by the way. Thank you. We've been having some issues with our music and the volume, so I'm happy that you can hear it and that you're liking it. The Gaming Orchard, love being here. That's what's up. I love your energy. Aw, that's great. Get your cousin once removed to join too. I never understood that once removed and twice removed thing. What is the whole deal with that? What does that mean? Does that mean like your second cousin or your first cousin? I never understand it. Okay. We'll bring this over. So yeah, I can understand. I just realized. So yeah, when I say I'll bring it over, I say I'll bring it over. We're gonna use all like dark crockery tonight. Not intentional. Didn't plan it. Okay, let's get this fried rice. If you're worried about salt content as well, soy sauce can tend to have quite a lot amount, that's not really English, quite a large sodium or salt content. So if you're worried about that and you're trying to reduce your salt, you can use a low sodium soy sauce. Still has a nice flavor, but just less. Look at that. Look how delicious. Brown rice stir fry using our pepper chicken. We've got in there brown rice, pepper chicken, which has garlic, soy, ginger, red capsicum. We've also got some soy, vinegar, coconut sugar, and then we've also used the brown rice, the egg, and some green peas. That's it. Once removed equals 1 generation difference. Okay. So then, so that's your mum's cousin? Is that what it means? Okay, I just ate one very delicious apple. Skyrim, is that a delicious as my perfect capsicum here? I just thought I'd bring that in because when you said it was a delicious apple, I just thought of this. So we had 2 capsicum or 2 red peppers today, and I didn't want to cut this one because it just looks so perfect. Look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful this, it just looks like it's fake. I'm just fawning over this capsicum. Okay, let's get into our tart real quick. So here we have our pastry. So I wasn't meant to freeze it. I was supposed to put it in the fridge, but it's okay. What we'll do is, it's been out for a little bit. You just want to roll it out, but you don't want it to crack. So you just got to be careful. Just warm it up as you go. I have two cousins that are as close as half siblings genetically, because our dads are brothers and our mums are sisters. So we are known as super cousins. Perfina, thank you so much for that follow. How you doing? Welcome. Come on in. The word once removed mean that there is a difference of one generation. For example, your mother's first cousin is your first cousin. Yep, I get that. I get that. See, I thought that was called second cousin. What is a second cousin then? Is it your cousin's cousin? No. It always interests me, like genetics and family trees and things like that. Alright, this isn't working, so we're just gonna put some warmth on this. Your second cousins are people in your family who have a same great-grandparents as you do, but not the same grandparents. Okay. So I'm just thinking of who that would be. Same great-grandparents. So that would be your great-grandparents. Oh, so your grandparents' brother and sister, their kids, side of the family. I get that, kind of. I'm just using my body heat to kind of warm up this pastry. It's really cold on my hands. Warm up butter. You guys are so interesting. Gerda, how do you know all this? How do you know all this information? You made me hungry, went to search for something to eat, settled on tuna and rice. I just looked it up. Oh, cool. Thank you. I was like, you're so smart. I had tuna and rice yesterday, but I put it on Discord. So I had brown rice, tuna, some of the capsicum that I used in my salad, some sweet potato, some baked sweet potato, some feta, something else, and I just chopped all these random food in there, and it was actually so yum. So don't worry, you can't just say just tuna and rice. Tuna and rice is good. Molly approved. Okay. This pastry is annoying me. So this is a rough puff kind of pastry, guys. What we're trying to do is we made it on the start of the stream. Google is your friend. I have a Google Home here. She's very, very good most of the time. Sometimes she doesn't understand me. I like to confuse her by saying random things. Not on purpose, just because my mind goes a million miles an hour and I just am a little bit verbally dyslexic sometimes and I say the wrong thing. But, you know, it's great to set timers. I'm a huge Google fangirl. Alright, let's roll this out a little bit. I've been to the store in a few weeks, had to make do with hiding in the pantry. What? You haven't been in the store in a few weeks? Oh my goodness. Did you do a huge shop leading up to Christmas? Or, oh my gosh. I get my food order once a week. I could not do without it. We live week to week. Lurk mode, no problem, Stevie. Okay, so we're gonna get a tray here. I'm gonna line it, call it Siri, and see if anything. Hey Google, are you better than Siri?
Siri's the best Siri. I try to be the best Google Assistant.
Hey Google, Siri can do more than you.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, see? Hey Google, do you like Siri?
She seems clever.
Hey Google, who's smarter, you or Siri?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Siri would answer that. Hey Google, who's better, Apple or Google?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Nope. Alright, so we're gonna cut some nice lengths for our tarts. I'm gonna kind of neaten these bits off. Whoop. It's a bit wonky. It's a bit thicker on one end, and now they just look silly. Ugh. It's okay. I can fix it. I was running from my brother. Here we go. Might need another one. Well, that was worth staying up until 6 a.m. Thank you. Conversations with Google, of course. How you doing, Link? Oh, I was gonna put cling wrap. That would be good. Actually, if we can go back to the other recipe, please. So this is kind of like a rough puff pastry. These ones I don't really care about. They can. Alright, if you scroll to the top. Okay. So the oven is preheated. We want 220 degrees Celsius, so nice and hot. We've got our pastry here, Ruff's Puffs, and then we are going to get, I'm just going to use a small knife again, I think. We've got some asparagus. We've got the red onion, a little bit of mozzarella, a bit of mozzie, as Exceed calls it. I love this song. Every time it comes on in my playlist or the radio, I sing along, usually badly. Me too, don't worry. We've got some feta cheese as well. Okay. So, rather than actually slice this with my knife, I'm going to see if I can do it in my mandolin. So I want nice even slices. So this is my mandolin. Let's see if it works. Be very, very careful not to cut your fingers. I don't think I've cut my fingers with this on stream. Just that bloody spiralizer. Damn that spiralizer. I did it the wrong way. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna put some onion down. I was supposed to do nice, like, you know, like that. They look pretty like that. Oh, my eyes are burning. Woo, 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 woo. That's not a knife. I know. I was gonna be smart and pick up a knife and go, that's a knife. But then I dropped it and then I lost all the effect. And now my eyes are watering because of the onions. I don't know if I'm crying because I dropped the knife or because I'm crying because of the onions. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have real tears. Speak up, don't cry. Oh God, it's so painful. Oh, my eyes. A combination of both, maybe. Oh, it's running to my face now. Must look presentable. Way to almost murder your dog. Lucky he wasn't around here. No, now they're playing. You can hear them. Okay, let's get back to this. So we've got some pretty onion. Not so pretty onion as well. Oh gosh, red onion is... I feel like I have just grown into a wuss since I've been on stream. Or I just have poor ventilation. Or these onions are just genetically modified to just rape my eyes. Maybe a bit of all of them. This is not the onion that I wanted. It's gonna have egg on it, so it's okay. See if you want to scroll down, please. Where's that bloody mandolin again? Thank you. Now I got some pretty slices. Now I take them all. Yay. There's a helicopter flying over. They say spearmint, chew spearmint, spearmint gum. Can't even read that right. Well, I have these onion chopping glasses that our beautiful viewer Pode bought for me, but I either can't be bothered putting them on. I should, because they're the only thing that find that works. Because they suction, they've got like foam around the eyes, and they're really good. But Sometimes I'm a bit lazy. I hate to admit that. Okay, look at these beautiful onion pieces. Nice long strands. So much nicer and more presentable when they're long like that. Oh god, I'm sorry guys that I am sniffling. Tarts like this, they're pretty. You can serve them at like dinner parties, just a dinner party for yourself even. Okay, onion. We're going to maybe use the rest of this. Now we want asparagus. So I've got some asparagus. This is like baby asparagus. They're so small and thin, but that's perfect. You can kind of just use the spears like that. Nobody really cares about the non-pretty bit, right? Maybe we'll just do this on these ones. These are like the scabby ones. The non-pretty ones. The ones that we'll just eat and enjoy, but the ones that you hide in the cupboard when people come around. Just like Harry Potter. You hide them in the cupboard. I don't know where that term came from, or why I said that. Novi, Molly, this is amazing. I want it in my belly. Thank you. It's gonna be delish. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot that you're supposed to make. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll wait for it to puff up and then I'll put some egg in there. Yes. Tomatoes. Get in my belly. You know what I can even do to make this an even better experience for you, because I'm that type of gal. I'll do it like that. Do you want them face up or face down? What do you think is better? What do you think is better, Chad? You kind of want to put as much as you can on here, but there's only limited space. So onions have a bit of sulfur in them that's trying to combine with itself with the water in your eyes, and this is making the pain crying. Chewing gum doesn't help because your nose is in connection with your eyes. You just get a nice breath. Sorry for bad English. Nope, I understand that. Thank you for explaining it. People do come in here and they tell me to suck, or like someone's told me to put a spoon in my mouth. They have said, you know, a fan. Yeah, a fan does work because it's like but not to the degree where the best thing to do is cover your eyes. you know, wear goggles or glasses, something like that. Your English was perfect. Oh, it needs one there. It's too big. Be there. All right, now it's feta time. I'm just gonna mute the mic real quick. Yeah. All right, we're done. We're back. Okay, so we're gonna get some feta cheese. So this is called Persian feta. You can have whatever feta you like. I bought a cheese making kit, and I thought that we could make some cheese on stream together. I've never done it before. A little bit nervous, but I think it'll be fun. So what I would do, if I did this again, what I would do is make it wider, fold the edges in to make like a boat. But what we'll do is we'll bake it for a few minutes, bring it out, and then put the egg mixture in there. Just to make it like a little bit of like a mini quiche kind of thing. Very spicy feta. That it's the oil. It's sitting in chili oil. Ow. So it is very spicy. But what I've done is diluted it down with a little bit of plain olive oil as well. And then what you can do is just drizzle some of this olive oil over top. It's a bit of extra flavor. So we're putting it into a really hot oven. So 220, 440 Fahrenheit. 220 Celsius, by the way. 440 Fahrenheit. What games are you planning on playing? Gaming Orchard, I'm not very good at games, but my idea, I've been playing a bit of Portal. Oh God, my eyes. I've been playing a bit of Portal on stream. Exceed and I have been playing, Destiny 2, as well as, I really enjoy Fortnite. But it's just one of those games, I've never been a gamer until I met Exceed. My brothers were gamers, but my mum was very against gaming, and I grew up thinking that my brothers were, my mum and dad were very old school when it came to gaming, and couldn't understand what they were doing in their bedroom, and said it was very antisocial, so I grew up with those mentality. Not that really mentality, but just really not the interest, because my brother plays World of Warcraft. Well, they both used to. And it just really never interested me. I never really understood it. But now, since I've become more involved in Twitch and seen a lot more games, and now getting involved with them, I can see the community behind it, and the respect for streamers and things like that. So I do want to play some games, and I am learning slowly. You don't have to be as good as long as you have fun. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. I did start playing on Xbox, so I'm playing Call of Duty and Battlefront. I do like both of those games. I I tried a little bit of GTA. I think I need that focus where I have a goal. I'm not really good with open world at all. I need someone to kind of guide me throughout the game and have it clear objectives. And I do like first person shooters and kind of story modes and things like that. So I don't know. We're trying to find something out. Exceed, if you want to go to the top of the recipe, please. Just going to get 2 eggs, guys. I'm going to whisk them up. Exceed, have you got any questions yet for any old school stuff? I love Mario, of course. I bought Exceed a Super Nintendo Mini for Christmas, so we played a little bit of that. The new Super Nintendo they brought out. It's an electronic console, and it's preloaded with games. So we played a bit of Donkey Kong, Super Mario Kart. That was a lot of fun. I used to love Yoshi's World. What else did we play as kids? Duck Hunt was my fave. I used to play Spider-Man on PS, on all the PlayStation consoles. So that's 2 eggs, just whisking. There we go. And then we're going to drizzle this over top of the tart when it's half baked. I had the original, really? So did I as a kid, but I don't know. I think we moved, we moved around a lot, and my dad was big into non-clutter. So if we didn't, when we were kids, when we didn't play with a game for a toy for a while, he'd be like, "Yep, you don't like it anymore. I'll throw it out, or I'll donate it, or whatever." So I'm 6 years older than you. Did you check on my profile? How do you know how old I am? Exceed, your dad has was that the Nintendo 64 that we had for our party? Oh, cold water's the best. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, just getting some, I just use emulators now. An emulator is just or is it just like using it on PC, or having like a program that emulates it onto like another console or another platform? Is that what you mean? I think I understand what you're saying. So I'm just getting some containers out because I know your age because I can read. You're a handy dandy then, aren't you? Let's look at these. Oh my gosh, they look so pretty. Man, my eyes are like killing today. Steam. I cleaned my oven, so I think some of the like excess vinegar when it was heated, when it's just like in the steam, it just like burnt my eyes. All my childhood games are on my PC. Oh wow. What is your favorite game? What do you kind of like to play? I have a bit of Parmesan cheese here as well as the egg and the mozzarella. I'll just kind of drizzle that in there a bit. Emulators are like programs to play those kind of console games on the PC. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Exceed was trying to show me, careful how you go about talking about emulators. Unless you dumped the ROMs and files yourself and made the program, then run them yourself. Emulating games in any other way is pirating and breaking all sorts of copyright laws, and also very illegal. Makes sense, Link. So just, you can talk about it, guys. Just don't dog yourselves in. Ugh. What kind of games do you guys like to play? Old school games. Tell me what you like. My auntie and uncle have the old school Space Invaders kind of whole machine, and playing that Space Invaders was good in Pac-Man. I love things like that. It's just, that's what I love, I always bring things on back on the stream about food, but games like that can take you back to your childhood, and ignite memories from happy times, and you don't really remember bad things that happen in your childhood. I personally choose to see my childhood as a really happy time, and having memories of playing duck hunt with my brothers and fighting over the gun, and see who could have the high score in Donkey Kong, and swapping controllers with each other, in 2-player, and then the same as with food, having something that, I made oxtail stew on Sunday, and it just took me back to, it was something that my grandmother makes, oxtail stew and oxtail soup, and it just reminds me of eating it, even though the flavors are a little bit different. It's just that the symbolism of it, or making sponge cake, for instance, is something that I would always do with my grandmother, even though I can't make it half as good as she could. My dad's mother was a huge baker, and the fruit roll-ups that we made on last time's stream, that was something that she made throughout our childhood in the dehydrator. So I tried to do it in the oven. It wasn't as good, but it did remind me of those beautiful times. So it's something that I love. I love to play Overcooked with my mother. Oh my gosh. I play Overcooked with my partner, and I get way too angry and frustrated at the whole situation. I'm just gonna go here real quick. We'll move these out of the way. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. Puffing up nicely. What we're gonna do is just get these 2 eggs. You only need a little bit of egg. Simpler times, definitely. Your childhood, simpler times, when you don't have to adult. Well, I'm trying to use my spoon here. It's not really working. So what I will do next time is roll up the edges a little bit, just so that it kind of keeps this egg in. That's why I brought it out when it's a bit uncooked. It's okay. Look how pretty they look. Take puff pastry out of the oven when it's half cooked, but whatever. That one I'm just YOLOing it, just pouring it over the top. Who cares? There we go. We'll add a little bit of Parmesan on top as well. There we go. Mother's cooking is always the best. Parfina, my mum isn't the best of cooks. And she's been on stream and she would always say that as well. But there is some amazing recipes that she does make. Her lasagna is really good and her quiche. We made quiche on stream with Mama Molly. That was a lot of fun. I did like that. Everybody liked my mum on stream. Nice segue back to the food. Did you like that? What are your favourite foods from your childhood, guys? Now we were talking about games. Now we can talk about favourite foods. Favourite foods now and favourite foods from the childhood. And is there something that you used to eat as a kid, but that you would never touch now? Like, or there's something that you had hated as a child, but you love now? For me, I hated anchovies, and I'm a big fan of anchovies in like salad dressings and things. I wouldn't eat them like by themselves. I hated tuna, but I wouldn't mind tuna in if it's got some type of sauce or whatever. It wasn't like dry out of a tin. What else would I say that something that I loved as a kid? I loved having cream on everything. One thing that I would do. So I would get a container like this, and I would get lettuce, and I would just rip lettuce, and I'd put it in a bowl, and then I'd get Italian dressing, and I'd put it in there, I'd shake it, put it in the fridge for like a few minutes until it was kind of like soaked into the lettuce a bit, and then I'd eat it. And I was obsessed. And I remember I showed it to my younger cousin, and then she got obsessed with it too. And then she was telling, I remember I saw her telling her mum how to make it and things like that. And I was like, I taught someone something. But it was just the weirdest thing ever, just lettuce and salad dressing. It's very uninteresting. Boiled dinners. What's a boiled dinner? What's a boiled dinner? Gaming Orchard. I love soups then, now, and tomorrow. So I'm not a huge soup fan unless it's got noodles, or I'm a huge ramen fan. But I just find soup really non-filling. Like I have people, I'd like eat a whole loaf of bread with soup, because I'll dip the bread in the soup and then eat the rest of the bread. But I have people, especially in winter, like nurses that will bring in soup and just eat soup for lunch. I'm like, and what else is going with that? Soup is an entree. I don't know. It was just never my thing. Just never satisfied me, maybe? I don't know at all. So this is what I was just showing you. I have a container like this that we put our work lunches in. So something like the fried rice will go in here. And this is just a steam release valve. So what happens is you're not supposed to. It says here that it's spill resistant to minimize leaks. So there is no need to take the lid off, and the self-releasing pressure valve will ensure the steam is released. So I told Exceed that, and that you keep it locked and just put it in the microwave. The first day he did it, it exploded in the microwave at work, he said, and it boiled over. So probably not the right thing. So I just tell him, and I do it as well. I take it to work and I just leave the lid on top and then just put it in the microwave. Corned beef, potatoes, carrot, onion, all boiled together. So you love this or you hate this now? Gaming. I do love corned beef. I've never had it boiled. Like the corned beef here is we cook it in like a brine or whatever. And you take it out and slice it and it's dry. Never had it like in a sauce or anything. So that's very interesting. I would like that, I think. Potatoes, onion, boiled onion. That's another thing. It'd be like a soup, a corned beef soup. see which one fits best. Oh, they're ready. Mikey, how you doing? Just getting our... Ooh. Oh, my eyes. Oh. Hey, Jessie. I just nearly dropped my tarts because my eyes were burning really, really badly. Okay. Some fumes coming out of my oven and they're burning my eyes every time I open the door. Okay. So we have our tarts. No, you just cook it by boiling, drain the water and serve it on a plate. Ooh, okay. We might put them like that. We'll have a chunk of this one. Oh my goodness. Or should we put it on that one? What do you think? Kind of doesn't fit on that small one. So these are our asparagus, tomato and feta tarts. Don't they look so good? With some onion, we've got some egg on there as well. I burnt my thumb. And we made our own rough puff pastry. I like to make friends. We're lovely. It's lovely that you're here. I'm gonna add some salt. And where's that pepper? There we go. Have a taste of this guy. Yum. I would make it a little bit different if I do when I do it again. Curl the edges up. Probably needs to bake for a little bit longer and puff up a bit more. Wouldn't take it out halfway through to put the egg on. So curl the edges so that you can make a little boat for the egg to stay in there. But other than that, it's really good. Alright, let's go through what we made. So first here, we have our pepper chicken. So our black pepper chicken. So that is chicken with soy, black pepper, garlic, ginger, some white vinegar and some coconut sugar as well, and some red capsicum, and just with a bed of a little mound of brown rice. We've used that in some salad. So the salad is just made from spinach leaves, cucumber that I grew in my garden, red onion, we've got some nectarine, beautiful coloured yellow nectarine, nice sweetness, and some lemon juice, and we've just used the remaining kind of juices as a sauce. This is for Exceed, so we made a fried rice. So using the pepper chicken, we stir-fried some brown rice, we added some peas, and then also some omelette. We made like some egg in there as well. And then last but not least, this is our feta cherry tomato and asparagus tart. So we made our pastry using frozen butter, cold ice water, and some wholemeal flour. We mixed that together and we rolled it out. We put it in the fridge, and then we've rolled it out again and cut it into some rectangles. We've placed our onion, our asparagus on top, some Persian feta, as well as the cherry tomatoes and some egg. So we used two eggs, egg wash on top, and then also a little bit of Parmesan cheese as well. So very, very tasty, guys. Beautiful. Such a nice meal. And you know, this is one thing done 3 different ways. So you can serve it just with some plain rice, you know, fried rice, and then also in a salad as well. So it is really versatile. As I said, you can make up the marinade, or you can make up the marinade and put it in a Ziploc bag with the chicken, freeze it, defrost it, and then cook it. Or you could actually put this all in a takeaway container, already cooked with the rice, and then that's a perfect meal to take to work, because that's what we'll do for Exceed. And then you could just cook it and serve it with some salad as something a little nice and light, or bulk it up with some more protein. You've got the egg and the chicken, and also the brown rice, so it's a nice carbohydrate, protein-rich meal. So for those that want to build some muscle and also feel fuller for longer. And yeah, it was a lovely stream, everybody. So next time, we'll be streaming tomorrow, same time, 7:30 p.m. Australian Daylight Savings Time. We're going to be making some yummy food tomorrow. I am going to work tomorrow, so I'm working 8 till 6. I haven't been working for a few days, having some holidays because I start my new job on Monday, but I'm back doing just my last casual shift on my old job. Thank you everybody for having some fun. Thank you for all the chats. Remember, we are doing the Hot Wing Challenge on the 20th of January. We're going to do a question and answer kind of section. So that means I want you to send some questions that you have for me, something to kind of get for other viewers to get to know me, or things that you want to ask. We're going to do a Hot Ones style question show. So PM Exceed, I don't want to know the questions. PM Exceed, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And remember, our donation and our sub goals down there as well. They're very exciting things that we're going to get in the future. Thank you guys for a lovely stream. We're going to... And vodcast now, beautiful. All right. Thank you everybody. We are going to host one of our friends. Let's go over to Nazy. Nazy is an Aussie streamer. Please go and say hello to her. Send her a follow. She's an amazing partnered streamer, and she's a huge supporter of us here on the stream. So thank you everybody for a lovely night. Bye bye.
Break of dawn.